Right, so I spent the week going over, doing the mine farming, cooking up recipes, getting them into the trading hall, that sort of stuff. Just wanted a quick look about what you can get when you've been farming for a week and whether it's worth it. So the short answer is yes, it is worth it. But if you want a more in-depth approach, then we'll have a look at the video. Okay, see you in a minute. Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical, this is Mystical Gaming and we are back into Watcher Realms and we are looking at the farming aspect of Watcher Realms that's coming up. This is on the Forerunner server at the moment, so I assume it will be coming to global shortly. It's been on there for a while now, and whether it's worth doing, and it is worth doing. It's free resources, so that is essentially it. But how many free resources do you get? So first and foremost, the lumber mill, still not good. I mean, it just produces so much stuff that is absolutely useless. You can forget about this, to be honest. You just produce far too much of it and it can't really be used for a great deal. So all it does is really sap resources as you're trying to build up your farm. That's about it. That's all it does. We then got the mine. Now, this is the mine. It's ticking along quite happily in the background. You get up to, when you finished it, you get up to 8 hours of it building up, and you can collect it every 8 hours or so. Now throughout the week I haven't been collecting it as efficiently as possible. I missed a couple of times. I was away for more than 8 hours. It's one of those things. So this is roughly what a normal player can expect to get out of it. So throughout the week I managed to get 168,350 gold. I got 165,350 experience. I got 287 stamina. So, well, that's good or bad. I think it's all right. It's nothing that's going to break the bank, but it's also a little bonus, isn't it? I mean, it's nearly a free complete refill going round. So yeah, it's all right. Diamonds, we got 96 diamonds. They're free diamonds. It's an extra sharp a week. I mean, just for clicking a button. So that's a bonus. Mithril. Now I got 190 mithril. If I'm honest, I'd rather have had a bit more. I think that's possibly a little low. I was hoping this was another way to get mithril. Seem to be running out of it more than anything else. I think there's a lot more cost-effective ways to be able to buy mithril from the Dwarven Association through arena points and that sort of thing than you get from here. So, I don't know, maybe, hopefully that'll be tweaked in the future. I think that's a little bit low. And then it produces the ore for you as well. So we got 1,619 bits of quartz. We got 1,618 bits of pig iron, and then lastly we got 1,683 red iron ore. And they go either towards building up your farm as you're leveling it up, but once you've leveled it up, it just goes to the harbour to get the boat to sail. That is about all it's used for, but the rest of it is just free resources, which is a plus. You can't grumble. Well, you can grumble at it because I just did about the mithril, but essentially it's all free, so it's not too bad. Now, what I was doing this week is I was playing around with the merchant hall. Here, this is the merchant hall, and it gives you up these bits to collect, and then this is the reward you'd get for them, and they have different values or levels of quest. So been trying to run through as many of these as possible. So throughout the week I managed about 2 a day, and I picked out about 14 throughout the week. And then essentially what you do is you either go to the harbour and set yourself off to sail, and then once you're sailing around you can pick up the resources that you need. The other resources that you might need are here in your farmland, and you literally chuck the crops down and pick them up X amount of hours later, and then with what you've got from the farmland and what you've got from the harbour, you can then cook the resources or the dishes that are required, and then once you've got them done you can then take them to the trading hall, and the trading hall will then give you a reward. Well, it doesn't give you the reward straight away. You can then submit the reward to be used. Now once you submit it to be used, that's all well and good, but you then have to wait a certain amount of time for the trade to be completed. So it's as if it's taken it somewhere else to be traded with someone. So these are the sort of rewards you can get, and as you can see, that's a 6-hour window there, 7 hours 20 there on that quest, and 4 hours 40 for that one. So we totted up what we got from the trading hall. Now, essentially, we got a lot more gold. We got a 236,000 gold, which is quite nice. We got 140,000 XP. Again, nice. We only got 108 stamina, which isn't great, I don't think. I think there are better ways to get stamina that we haven't really touched on yet, and we'll get to that in a minute. And then we got some other rewards as well. So the other rewards were, we've got Legend Dust, we've got 40 of that. 3-star Psychic Power, we got 7 of those. 3-star Skill Crystals, we got 1 of those. And then 5-star Psychic Power Shard, we only got 2 of those, so we need another 28, I think it is, isn't it? And then the Shard Mythic Extract, we got 2 of. So again, like this, it's not fantastic. I mean, do you really want them? Probably not. They're easy enough to farm up. They're not the greatest rewards. So those rewards didn't really cut it for me, to be honest. I'm not overly impressed with them. But in total, throughout the week, I ended up with 404,350 gold, which is nice. We got 305,350 XP, and we ended up with a total of 395 stamina, additional stamina that you wouldn't get throughout the game normally. So that is an absolute bonus. Can't go wrong with that. It's just these other bits that I'm not sold on, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure they are worth the time and the effort it took to sort of get everything to go round to do the trading hall. I think what I'm going to do in future is I will come down here and I will just make up this curried crab here, which gives up XP if I want the XP. I don't even know if it's worth making up the XP, to be honest. And the other part here is the corn chowder, and that gives us 25 to 28 stamina. I think I can make a mass of that, a lot of it, to be honest. What do I get? So from the trading hall, we only managed to get, what was it, 108 stamina, so we'd need to make 5 of them. So today, I'll make 12 of them today, just on what I've got left over, so I'd already be plus bits on stamina just today. And the advantage of these dishes, so when you collect stuff from the trading hall, pretty much when you see it here, here you get that and you collect it, and that's used up straight away. Whereas if you make the dish, then when you come into your storage, you've now got a button here, dish, and the dishes would go here. So you could store up stamina for an event that you're after. So I think that might well be the way ahead that I'll be using the farm. I'll collect everything from the mine because that's just free stuff, even though I think the mithril could be a little higher, a little more generous. And hopefully we can do something else with lumber further on in the game. That'd be nice. But other than that, it's just going to be reduce as much stamina as I can to store that for certain events. So these events where they do the extra drop rates on gear raids, you might want to time it then when you're doing events such as Quest 66 in the Odyssey's quest line. You might want to use up your stamina then, or have an abundance of it to push in for to get more points. So those sort of things there you might want to require it for. So that's about it. That's where the farm is. Hopefully there'll be some changes to it. I think it's good. I mean, it's just free resources. That's the worst case scenario, is you're getting free stuff. That is the worst case scenario with it. But I don't think I will be embracing things like the trading hall. I don't see the extra as being worthwhile. I think if you're early game where gold is an issue for you and 3-star psychic powers may come in useful for you to get some food up. That might be worthwhile for you. You might have an in there at the early game, but as soon as you move towards mid game and that sort of thing, and gold becomes less of an issue for you because you're selling, let's be honest, most of the gear that you get, then I don't think this is going to be as profitable or useful for you. But who knows? Who knows what they do in the future, or who knows what you'll be able to cook up. So that's it. Maybe in the future we might see, I would like to see, I'd like to see buffs that I can cook up. That would be quite nice. So instead of having to need someone to use a dispel, is there a way I can have a dispel buff or cook a dispel buff I can take into Gear Raid 2 or Guild Boss 2, as opposed to having to find 2 champions with it that I then can't use because a lot of them are legendaries and they're a pain to get, whereas the only epic you've only got 1 and I can only use it on 1 and I want to do 2 runs. So either make some more champions, preferably epic, that are easier to get so people can use Gear Boss 2, or maybe we could cook it up and I can use a cooking recipe type scenario where I can get a buff or a debuff. That would be quite handy. Right. Thanks very much for your time. Let us know in comments if you'd like to see anything, and we'll put some suggestions in game and see what happens. Thank you very much for your time. Please give me a little thumbs up, like and subscribe. That would help me out massively, and I'll see you all in the video again soon. Cheers. Goodbye.